Okay, I'm here in the parking lot of Mayfair Bridal. I'm kind of stoked for this. My super good friend Megan kind of referred me here. She got her dress here, nothing but like great things about this place. So I'm super excited. I've never been here before. I have an appointment at 11, so let's see how it goes. Babe, I feel like these people totally forgot about my appointment, but I'm just gonna run with it. We're just gonna see how it goes, you know? Yeah, like, I mean, I did like schedule it out like a couple of like weeks ago, but like, I don't know, I scheduled it out. This will be funny. Okay, that was amazing. Thank you, Megan. Again, bless, bless, bless. Well, honestly, my friend Megan has been telling me about Mayfair Bridal for a fucking minute, but I have just been super lazy. I am just a procrastinator. I just live my life and I say yes and then I forget, and that's just what it is. At first, I feel like Yazmin had no idea who I was, nor did she know there was an appointment. She like checked the appointment book. She tried to ask if I called, and I was like, no, I've been emailing. We've confirmed for this day, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, right? So then it just was like kind of like a rocky start, because I don't know, she just like, you could tell she couldn't remember that I like signed up or had an appointment, but she was like still rolling with it, and I was just rolling with the punches. Like, I just feel so great. No one is bringing me down. We're just gonna live our best life. It's gonna be happy. It's gonna be amazing. And I was just gonna have a good time and just roll with it. Like, even if I had to wait, I was so here for it. So I waited, and as I was waiting, Yazmin like really got to know me, and she was just like, well, do you have any pictures? Do you have any photos that you would like, you know, us to see so that we can pick out some dresses, because we have quite a bit. And they were not wrong. The store was fucking huge. Like, just huge. And at first I was a little like, because it like was just so nostalgic. It reminded me so much of way down south where I'm from in the RGB, where like every single dress shop had plastic bags covering the dresses, which like at first I was a little turned off to, but then I just had like flashbacks of David's bridal and how like a lot of the kind of dresses had like sequins that were pulled, blah blah blah, because of there wasn't any protection on them. So now I'm like grateful for that. But at first I was kind of like, I don't know, it's just kind of like, I don't remember about my appointment, whatever. So anyways, Yazmin was just throwing out mad fun vibes, like we're here to party. And she was like being super cool with it. She was just like, yes, like I like this, what about this, what about this? And it was just amazing. So then we started fucking trying on the fucking greatest asses dresses I've ever tried on before, ever. We first started off like in one section of the store, and it was really cool, but it just wasn't my vibe. But then of course we moved over to the designers section, which is like kind of like towards the middle, and I just started finding gems, bam, 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 bam. And I just was kind of shocked because of just the fabric I've been looking for. I really like satin and silk dresses, but I have yet to find a place that has them, and she fucking had them, and we pulled like 3 or 4. Y'all, check out these dresses. Check out these fucking dresses. The train. The train. Have y'all seen the train? Did you look at the train? Let's take it back. Let's look at the train one more time. Look at the fucking train. Very different. It's so different. Oh, the back of it. And I kind of like how sexy it is. I feel like a little, oh my. Okay, this one I feel like a little penguin, but it's okay, because it's worth it. Okay, when we first saw this on the hanger, I was not digging it at all. I thought it looked like a fucking like cake topper that kind of got chopped up. I didn't like the layers look. I just was not here for it. But as soon as I put it on, Wow, wow. First and foremost, I love Yazmin. Yazmin was literally beautiful from the inside out. She was so dang helpful. Just her stories about life, just how welcome she made me feel, just everything about her, just from her helping me and helping me like record for me, like, oh my god, bless her soul. Love her so much. She's pure. Mayfair Bridal is amazing. I recommend completely. Beautiful. Wow. 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 Okay, so I just got home from my Mayfair Bridal appointment and it was pretty dang great. I will say overall, Yazmin was just like heaven on freaking earth. Just, you know, having her there, like, especially because I'm doing a lot of stuff solo, it was just really cool because, I don't know, she was just so down to earth, and I've been to like several places that, you know, just kind of seem like I'm doing them a favor, and she genuinely at first was kind of like surprised, but then she ran with it because she saw that I was kind of running with it too, and she just like was someone that could really read the vibe, and I just like love people like that. You can like read like how I'm feeling and I can kind of read how you're feeling, and we both kind of run with it. Like, it's just all fucking great and such a great time. I loved it so much. Now on to some more dress things. I kind of touched on, like, out of all of them that I tried on, I actually ended up loving 3. And honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna show all the video clip of this day because I feel like there is like a solid 3 options that I might actually pick. And I kind of want that to still be a surprise to not only my fiance who watches all my vids and supports all my vids, but to you all as well. So I just love the element of surprise at the same time while showing everything in the whole entire world. Anyways, so a big note about all of these in general was that every single dress needed to be altered. They purposely, or they just in sense purchased only like 11 to 12s. I think that they had some like 6 to 8s, which is like my size, but I didn't try any on. So it was one of those where all of the dresses I tried on had to be clipped in the back and needed to be altered no matter what. And alterations were just starting at $345, which kind of was like a turn off to me off the back. I was just like, I suck at math and I gotta like an add onto the price it already is, and it's just like, I know that I just knew alterations were gonna be a thing, but I just like felt like it was gonna be only if needed, not a set price, like no matter what, it starts at $345, which I guess it would make sense. This is my first time. Again, I don't know, but that's just how I feel. Okay, and then another thing to add as well is hashtag fucking tall girl props. Tall girl props to the fucking max. Because I am so tall, I was highly recommended to add length to it, which again is another charge in it. And Yazmin emphasized that it does depend on the dress and the designer how much the charge actually is. So I had her quote me for all the dresses with full on the whole shebang. What is the grand total when it comes to the price of the dress, the alteration, and the added length? Tall girl props. So yeah, there was 3 that I really loved and like super enjoyed, and one of them was the first dress I actually ended up trying on, which I've always only heard of and like Say Yes to the Dress, where they're like, it was the first one and I just knew, but it's like I just like kind of knew. I loved it, the fabric, the feel, everything about it. It just was something that I just fell in love with instantly. I will say that all of the dresses in general, they're like, sweetheart necks were really fucking sweetheart. Like, boobs were popping, the girls were out, they wanted to say hello, and she said that we could always alter them with like adding some sheer, but I don't really want to do that, so that was just something to note. For the first dress I tried on, and my favorite dress of them all, the dress was $8.99, which is like a fucking steal. Oh my gosh, like so freaking cheap. But again, you gotta add all the little things. You gotta add them all up. So you would have to add, of course, what is it? $345? Oh, $395 for the alterations. So we're going from $8.99 to $395. And then, of course, because the extra length, this is available on the extra length, you gotta add $175, which my grand total was $1,590. So it went from 0 to 100 real fucking quick. It literally went from $899 to $1,590 real fucking quick. And that's whenever it just took a big, like... The second dress that was like my super favorite was the one with the crazy lace train. And that was honestly a big surprise because all the dresses were in bags whenever you walked in, but it kind of like hid what the full bottom was like, and I really had no idea until she was like putting it on me and helping me get the thing on that it had this beautiful kind of lace detail. I really enjoyed how all of them were very classic. I really feel like the train in general was just like the cherry on top. It was such a beautiful gown kind of on its own, just the simpleness and the elegance to it, but then to see that kind of like extra detail in the back, and that's kind of my main thing. I really want like a statement bag or a really cool train or veil type thing to make the back of the dress really pop, because ultimately whenever you're walking down the aisle, that's like kind of the main focal point, like the back of the dress, and I kind of want that to be like hey hello, while the front is still very elegant and on its own. So I really ended up loving the train. It was like just a big surprise, and just the fabric of it was still so classic and beautiful, and of course I loved all of the backs, but the back on this one was just really neat too, and it just like really flowed and it was really nice. So the lace train dress ended up coming out to originally marked as price $999, which again was fire, fire, fire. Like, I honestly love just the prices of the dress. I feel like they kind of get you with the altering. Sorry, not sorry, because like it just feels that way. So anyway, so of course you had to add in the $395 for the altering, because this one as well allowed the length. You had to add in $175. So that total came out to $1,698. And then the third dress, which was actually just a surprise in the first place. Whenever I saw this in the bag, on the rag, I was not a fan. It looked like a freaking cake topper wannabe thing. It just had like these crazy layers and I was just not here for it. But I freaking love the fabric, so I was like, okay, I'm intrigued, let's just see what happens. And then I ended up trying it on and freaking loving it. Like, I am just honestly still so shocked that I loved it as much as I did. I don't know if it was the fabric or just the fact that it was just, it honestly felt like the most elegant dress that I tried on there. And that's kind of the vibe I'm going for, like elegant, modern, sexy. And I don't know if it was because of like the extra ruffles or the layers or whatever the heck you want to call them, but it just was classy and it just like screamed Jackie O, and I was like, yes, hit me. But the one with the layers was not available to add extra length. It just, that's how long it was. It is what it is. That's it. So that kind of sucked. But yeah, so the layered dress, the one that was not available to add extra length, was originally marked at $1,230. That was the most expensive dress that I tried on, but again, still great price. But again, fucking alterations. So I would need alterations for this one, and that would put me at $1,759. I don't know, just in general, all the other dresses that I tried on were like super cool. They were very they were just my vibe. Like, this is the first place I went to that like really had like my vibe to it. Do I recommend? Fuck yeah. My overall review, I would honestly put it like a 9.5 out of 10. Like, just because I didn't pick my dress. I don't know, I feel like whenever I see my dress, I'm gonna fucking know. But these are really good options. I definitely have them in the back of my mind. I just feel like no matter what, even though Jerome and I are trying to be as much Dave Ramsey with our budget as possible, whenever I know, and I feel like I'll just rip it right then and there without even asking Jerome, because I still want it to be a surprise without showing Jerome. Just knowing that that's the dress I want. Here's my money, take it, let's do it. You know, we really like to think about our finances and how we're spending our money, and any big purchase, we always like to sleep on it. And I mean, anything a big purchase is over $100 for us. So anytime we want to spend over $100, we always just sleep on it and we think about it the next day and we decide then and there. But I just feel like whenever I know, I'll know. I don't know. I'm excited. They were really cool dresses. Which one was your favorite? Which one did you like the most? Have you ever been to Mayfair Bridal? I was just wow. It's been around for like 30 plus years. Yazmin in general has worked there for 16, so maybe there's the fact that you met Yazmin as well and we're just like bridal consultant twins. Like, Megan, you're amazing. Thank you so much for referring and just telling me to check these people out, because wow, they were just, I feel like my soul needed today, and it was just so thanked. I love all you freaking humans. It's Wednesday, and on Wednesdays we talk about freaking weddings.